Hello everyone, it's indeed inspiring to see you back again. And this video is all about variables. Have you ever heard about this terminology, variable? If not, let me help you with this. Variable. If you split this, it becomes vary plus able. That means something which can change. Variable. And this is the same concept which we are going to discuss now, that we will have something which can change its value. For example, let's say you have a bag and you can keep your water bottle in the bag, and next day you don't want to carry your water bottle. Rather, you want to carry a juice. So you can basically put a juice bottle in your bag. So your bag becomes a variable because it can have different value on different days. Very similar way, in case of programming, we also want in a particular variable, someday we may have a value, let's say integer 10, and some other day the same variable may have another integer value, let's say 5. So this is what is the concept of variable. Let us practically see it. If you look at the word variable, the word itself is variable. So I always define it as vary plus able, which means that something which is able to change. Now let me give you an example. Now let's say you are having a water bottle. Now your water bottle is having cold water, and after few days you basically would like to have some warm water. So your water now becomes warm, and the same water bottle can have the warm water as well. So what can you observe from this case? Later on, one day you wanted to have some juice and you filled your bottle with some juice as well. So what is having? Now the cold water, warm water, juice, the content inside the water bottle is getting changed. And that is the varying nature of what can be filled inside the bottle. Exactly the same way, if I write A is equal to 10, so this 10 value is getting inside A. So what we can do is we can try to check whether what exactly is inside A. So you can see that A is having the value 10. Now in this particular case, A is equal to variable, and in this case the 10 is equal to value. Sometimes we call 10 as a literal also, some immediate value. Now let me show you that how exactly this happens when you do A is equal to 10. So as soon as you write A is equal to 10, something happens in the memory. Memory. So memory is storage in the CPU. So this A is equal to 10 causes a value to be stored somewhere in the memory and a variable created as A, and there will be a link from A to this particular value 10. Now after that, if you do something like A is equal to 20, in this case what is going to happen? In this particular case, this A is going to remove this particular pointer from 10, or rather this 10 is no more going to be there and it will lose its existence. And what will happen? Then a new value 20 will be stored somewhere in the memory, and now A is pointing to the value 20. So this is what happens, that A remains A and the value inside A keeps on changing. This is called as variable. Now your variable can have value as 10, or let's say if we have something called as price, so the variable can have value as, let's say, 200, and you can basically print the price and you will get the value as 200. The variable can also have some names also. Let's say we have a name as Prashant. So now if you see that name is having a value as Prashant, so variable can be anything, any noun, any value, and we start the variables with the alphabets. So you can see that we start variable name with alphabet. What we can have is, we can have name 1. So alphabet, then a number can be allowed. And now here I can store some name. Let's say Raki is a name I have stored inside a variable named as name1. But if I try to do like 1 and name, and then I say here Tilak, in this case it is going to give me an error. So variable says that if you want to create a variable, create it with the help of alphabets followed by more number of alphabets and numbers. That is allowed. But if you are starting with a number, that is not allowed. So this is a wrong syntax. Now let me give some more examples. Now if you want to have let's say cost, and you can have cost as 24.5, and this is also a variable. So the variable can have multiple values. The values could be integer values could be decimal or floating point values could be some of your string values. Further moving, the variable can also have some other data types. For example, items is equal to, and here I'm writing 1 comma 2 comma 3. So we will see that what exactly this basically means, but as of now we are just focusing on items. So items is a variable which is having the value which is on the right side is getting assigned to it. So the 1 2 3 is getting assigned to items. Similar way, we can have a variable as address. So address is also a variable, and we can have something like this, lane number, and lane number is 1. Then we have let's say city, and city is suppose Pune, and this is also a variable. So print address address, this is also a variable. So I hope you understand what exactly is a variable and how can we use it. So we have been learning about variables. Now, can you create some variables, and can you create some variables with invalid names and tell us in the comment box? Can you tell us that what is allowed and what is not allowed when you are naming a variable? We are waiting for your comments.
So I hope you liked the video and all the concepts are clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can write us to the comment section. Like this video, share this video with your friends, and for more such content, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you.